Sagittarius, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through this week's reading. This is going to be our weekly reading for July 2nd through the 8th. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. The heart of your reading, we have the King of Cups in reverse. Someone who's normally very playing their cards close to the vest, so to speak, no pun intended, opens up about their feelings. Now, this could be you or it could be another person in your life, but it definitely feels like releasing a burden with the 10 of Wands in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. So it's possible something's been weighing on your heart, or someone has just kind of divulged something to you. It has sort of a confessional energy. So it could be confessing feelings about you, or we'll see how the reading unfolds. It could be a lot more nuance to it, but there's definitely this element of opening up where someone is normally very guarded about their emotions. The challenge here is the King of Wands energy. Now, there might be someone else, a third party, like a competition. But I'm going to say more likely what this looks like is that you are opening up to someone about how you feel. You're very going back and forth about whether or not you want to do it or it's the right thing. How are they going to take it? Not that you're like overthinking it too much. It's more like you're not in your head about it. It's just that you don't have a vibe of what you want to do. It has you feeling antsy about it, where you'd rather just act. You'd rather show with your actions. Now, with the Four of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, it could be that you're thinking very like regimented. This is my goal for the scenario or the situation. And if that's the case, that's part of the challenge energy that's going on here. Like, that's the thing that you're meant to overcome in order to like bring this energy through to completion. This little mini chapter going on this week in your life, the challenge represents something that you can work on or improve in order to kind of think of it like hurdles in a race. Like, you need to clear the hurdle in order to make it to the end of the race. So if that's the case, I'm thinking you're meant to not see things as so black and white. So like, it has to end up at this end goal. Otherwise, I won't see it as a success. Like, one possibility would be, relationship-wise, if you really want your end goal for a relationship to be marriage and children, then it's possible that like sticking to that is holding you back from aligning with this person. And it may just be that you're not aligned and you're not meant to be together, or it could be that you would be happy with something else just as much as marriage and children. So let's see how the reading unfolds. What is Sagittarius focused on? What are we focused on? A missed opportunity. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Lovers in reverse. You're feeling like you should be with someone, or okay, gosh. I'm always like so trying to see it from both sides. So, or to convey it from both sides. Because that's always the case. Like, energies are just energies, and you could be one player in the story or you could be the opposite player. There's definitely front foremost in your mind is how I want to say it. Is this rejection of an opportunity. Someone said, it could have actually been like, would you like to go out on a date, or would you like to get married? Because we had that Four of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Or sorry, no, that was the King of Wands wanting to get married. It was in the upright. Someone just doesn't want to take a risk. or feels foolish, feels like they kind of stumbled on the offer. And it could have been you that rejected the offer. Show me what led up to this in the recent past. Ace of Swords, 2 aces. There's lots of new beginning energy, lots of opportunity here. Opportunity to come together, meeting of the minds, work together. There's definitely like a feeling of being an even match. This could definitely be career related. It could be like things were looking like they were positive. Someone could have verbally said yes to something, but when it came down to the brass tacks of it, they just like the rubber met the road and they're like, oh no, this doesn't feel right. So the idea of it might have been agreeable to you or to them, but when it actually started happening, it was like, I feel this like clamming up, closing up, like rejection or even like repulsion. Let me see, how is Spirit supporting you through this situation? With momentum, the Eight of Wands is like the effort that you've already put into things is carrying you forward. So you're still kind of riding a wave that you've created. With the Four of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, that tells me that there could be like momentum already on the way towards someone being receptive to a cup. Now, it could be just like that particular timing or opportunity was off. You might be seeing, like, say you invited someone out on a date and they said yes, but then they canceled because of money or because of like a conflict that came up. If that's the case, I see momentum still moving in the direction of there being like an acceptance, eventual acceptance. Like you guys will eventually go out if that's your story. But you can apply this in another direction as well. In the near future, we have the Knight of Cups. So it is kind of lining up to be that sort of romantic effort that moves forward. Like, we don't have to take this so seriously, Emperor in reverse. Watch out for the possibility that this is representing someone being, having ulterior motives for just capturing power and control. Like, let's say you rejected someone's offer. You initially said, yes, it sounds like a good idea, but then you're like, oh, it doesn't feel right. I want to back out of this. They could start like coming on stronger, and it could really give you the ick. That is a possibility with this combination going on here. Sorry that there are a lot of stories that are possible, but that happens sometimes in tarot. All right. The way that this is going to surprise you, like the energy that's going to come out of nowhere and influence the situation, we have Strength. You could be dealing with a Leo because we have the Sun and the King of Wands here. Yeah, someone who doesn't normally open up about their emotions, or you might have another prominent Leo position in your chart, placement in your chart. The way that this is going to surprise you, I believe, has to do with like submitting. Recognizing that you have something to learn in the situation, not feeling like you have to be the King of Wands energy. You don't have to be in control of this. You have that fiery energy as a Sagittarius. And you don't necessarily feel like you want or need to be in control all the time, but there's some element of ego or control that is really going to get tamed through this situation. You're going to feel more at ease in this situation than you have in similar situations past. And that's going to take you by surprise. When you're like, you know what, I really feel like I just want to go along with it. I want to trust it. Like if it could be like, if they're telling me that I need to work on X, Y, and Z, let me take a look at that. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'll like reflect on ways that I could improve, ways that I could be better. There's a vulnerability that comes through, is kind of what I'm trying to describe. And I do think this is going to come from within you and surprise yourself that you're able to, or that you want to be more vulnerable. With this Sun in reverse, I feel like this is feeling like you are letting go of a need for absolute freedom. Like letting yourself kind of believe in this person, align yourself with this person's way of thinking, is the beginning to aligning with them as a partner. And I don't mean to like give you ideas here to like manipulate the situation, but that's the kind of sense that I'm getting. Not that that's your intention, but just watch out for that, because that was popping into my mind as well. All right, hopes and fears, we have the Hermit in reverse. Not seeing the big picture, you feel like you might get too close to the situation and therefore be fooled in some way, that you don't have the perspective or the insight to really understand what's going on. And then the end result, we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is an interesting like progression here, with the Eight of Wands being your crowning position, the way that Spirit is kind of propelling the situation forward in your best interest, or wanting you to learn the feeling of staying in flow state, going with the flow and not having to control the situation, trusting that it's going to work out. The natural progression is the 8 to the 9. So that's a nice progression. However, this doesn't really resolve the situation for you. And so I'm thinking this might be a more long-term situation than just a week, because, you know, this is a reading for a week. But what I will say is that you'll feel like you're doubling down on a commitment to see something through. And even though you know it could be challenging, you're going to feel like it's worth it. So depending on how you react or respond to these energies, you could be feeling more on the spectrum of like really just beaten down by the situation. Hopefully not. It could just be this like gumption, like no matter how tough it gets, I'm fully in this, I'm gonna see it through. Like I've already been through a lot and it's been worth it, and I'm gonna continue. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to pull away. With this Four of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck, I get this vibe of like, I'm not gonna ghost, I'm not gonna pull away, I'm gonna see this through. Show me advice. How can Sagittarius work with these energies for their highest and best good? The Two of Cups. Commit to what you love. So if this is a relationship, and it definitely looks like that to me, but it could be just anything that you're committing to that you really enjoy, that you really get satisfaction from. It's saying, remember why you made the choice in the first place. Renew that choice whenever possible. So that Four of Wands that came up in the beginning, it could be like a renewal of your vows if you're already married. But it has this energy of like, in your heart space, if you want to be in like the ideal situation to move through these energies, stay in the flow, remember why you got into it in the first place, and you'll be well set to not have to work too hard at it, with the Eight of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck there. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I hope that helped. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you back next time.